we can share this with Carolyn. Um, if she, forgot to come, I did definitely send out reminders. But basically, the whole purpose of today's virtual classroom is just to make sure that we're all on the same page and that we are getting our WebQuest project started off on the right foot. Hi, Jamie. I see you in the background. Um, hello. So first of all, let's look at our world-class outcome. Basically, we are analyzing the relationship between multiple causes and effects to formulate a prediction of possible outcomes. And we are relating that to reducing, reusing, and recycling. So basically, in this whole project, you are looking at the causes and effects of reducing, reusing, and recycling, or possibly not doing those things, and then what the possible outcomes would be for our future. Everybody with me so far? Yeah? Okay,
Yep.
awesome. So then you have part one, two, three, and four of this project. Part one, two, and three are individual. Okay, so part one, two, and three are all individual stuff. And what you needed to do was just basically read through it and decide which note-taking document worked for you, whether it was the 2 or 3 column note idea or the graphic organizer. And you were going to take your own notes, individual notes, on parts 1, 2, and 3 and share it with me. Okay? So if you haven't done that yet, that's definitely something you need to catch up. And if you're asking yourself, well, what is it I'm taking notes on? You're taking notes on all of the videos that you're watching and all of the websites that you are using in parts 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Okay, so now I do have some background noise. That might be you, Grace. So, yep, it was. So I'm sorry, I muted you. Sorry. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Hopefully you have already done this and already shared your note-taking document with me, because check it out. It should have been done last week and finished up maybe Monday of this week. Now, sorry, I gotta blow my nose. I've been sick too. Ah, sorry. On to part 4. Part 4 is where you guys start working together as a group. This is where the collaboration starts to happen. You all have a different role to play. One of you is the artist, one of you is the text master, and one of you is the manager. Your manager happens to be Adam. And Adam has 2 very important jobs to do in part 4. And he's already started this, actually. He had to make a copy of a document and share it with all of you. And I'll show you what it looks like. Here it is. So this is the document that Adam created. And Adam, I changed the title. I just titled it Group 3, because that's your group name. Group 3, Green Gang Collaboration. And you guys all have to add your thoughts to this. This is where you're collaborating. Adam has done his part, because you can see he has used green font. Now, the artists, there's 2 of you. One of them's not here right now, but that's okay. One of them is, you will use blue font to answer these questions below. And text masters, you will use red font. Okay? So you will, it looks like Adam's done a lot, but you're going to add your own thoughts and your own take on all of this. Think of this document as your rough draft. Okay, this is kind of your rough draft, because Adam's going to be checking that document and watching for you guys to put your answers on it. Once he sees that you guys have started to work on that document, he's going to start a Google presentation with all of you. And that's going to think of that as your final copy. That's where you're going to take everything that you guys have done together on this document and put it into a final presentation. Does that make sense so far? Okay, good. And don't worry about people who are not here in your group. I'm going to record this and send it to them. So, or I am recording it. Okay. Oops, sorry. So going back to what part 4, what our manager is doing is he's already done the doc. We shared it with you and me. And then he's going to start the presentation, and then we got to look at the rubric. So let's look at the rubric together. You guys are so quiet with your microphones off. It's kind of freaky. But I don't like background noise either, so that's okay. All right, so Adam, this is really your job, but everybody should be looking at this as well to make sure that you guys are getting 3s and 4s, okay? You don't want to get a 2 or a 1, obviously. So here's what you're going to be graded on. First thing is using 21st century tools, communication tools. As long as Adam starts that presentation, I think you guys are going to be fine in this. But one thing I want you to remember is on presentations, you don't type out a huge long paragraph. You use bullet points, okay? That's one thing I see a lot that makes a presentation really hard to read is when you type too much on it. So you're going to use the main points on your presentation. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. Then, second thing you're going to be graded on is civic responsibility. So your individual insights on how this will impact your local community as well as the earth. So in this project, you're looking at reducing, reusing, and recycling and how that impacts your local community as well as the earth. You with me so far? All right. And then problem solving. So predicting what might happen if we don't start making some changes. That's really what this whole column is about. And then the last thing is the critical thinking and problem solving. So a clear description of how to best solve the problem. That's really what that last category is all about. So Adam, that's your job to make sure everybody is getting at least a 3 or a 4, but all of you should be looking at this as you add to the presentation. And then once that's all done, you will be ready to present your final presentation next Wednesday. Are there any questions so far? You guys can turn your microphones on. It's kind of creepy with everybody's off. Okay, no, I don't think so.
Nope.
Nope, are you good?
Yep.
All right. So the first thing is I'm going to be watching this, and so is Adam. Going to be watching to make sure that all of you get your thoughts on this collaborative document before he can start the presentation, okay?
Okay.
All right, cool. Okay, well, this was a short and sweet little just kind of check-in for you. I will let you go and let you get started on this.
Okay.
All right.
Okie dokie.
Okay, bye. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.